All right, hey Chipola Nation, we're here with Coach Brendan Foley of the Indians. How we doing, Coach?
Good. How you doing?
All right, hey, big weekend in the Milt. Got a good homecoming win over Tallahassee. How'd you feel about that game?
We had a good crowd. First and foremost,
Yeah.
appreciate everyone coming back. It was good to see everybody. But it was a good win. We needed that. I challenged our guys last week to go 2-0, and midway through the week we had a good win on the road, and just kept them challenged to that to finish the week off right. And I thought start to finish we were really good, real dialed in on that game, and great energy. I thought we used our defense and early on to build a lead, and we jumped out. I think we were up 31-9 at one point. So I was proud of them.
Yeah.
Proud of them. Proud of their whole effort, their togetherness, their defense. They were clicking on all cylinders, and it showed what type of team we can be.
Right, that's great. And so we get to celebrate for about 2 days, and then right back to work. And Wednesday we've got Pensacola
Yep.
coming in here to the Milt. And Pensacola they've had some challenges over the years, but this year, man, they're playing great basketball.
They are. They beat us by 2 the first time. Like you thought. They had a really good second half. We were up at half. We turned it over 24 times. Thought we let one get away from us. No disrespect to them, but they found a way to win. But we didn't help ourselves, and thought we could have stolen that one. But we got to execute better and value the ball like
Yeah.
we've been talking about. But we're excited to get another
And
chance.
we
with them.
we are making improvements in the turnover
Yeah,
part of the game.
Yeah. Wednesday at Northwest, 13. Saturday, I think we had 15. Would like to keep that down around 13, but
Yeah.
it's better than 20 to 24, which what we were at. And
Right.
when you give teams that many extra possessions, like we've talked about,
Yeah.
and all these teams in our league are good, all these coaches are good, so you can't give them extra opportunities to beat you.
Right.
So we've really emphasized that, and I think our kids have really locked in on that and trying to keep extra possessions for us rather than giving the other team possessions. So I think that's helped, and just like I talked about, our defense was good last week. Both those teams have good players, and Tallahassee's they score the ball extremely well. They, I think, average 86 points, and they shoot like 42% as a team from three. And I know they made some threes late, but they shot as a team that game 37. So we held them under their average, which you always want to do. And
Yeah.
I think when you do that, you give yourself a chance to win.
Right.
So
So where are we in the standings right now in the conference race?
we are a game out of second. They're 3-3. Pensacola's, I believe, 4-2.
Okay.
Tallahassee 4-2. Gulf Coast is sitting at top.
Yeah. So we're still right
Yeah.
in the thick
Yeah.
of it,
Yeah.
and it's ours to take if we'll go after it.
Yeah, just one game at a time.
Yeah.
One game at a time, and I think this is a year where there's a lot of games left. We're halfway through. I don't know what happened in Gulf Coast, but in the years past, 8-4's won this league, 9-3's won this league. So you get beat up on each other.
Yeah.
There's a lot of parity amongst the teams this year, and like I said, a lot of good teams.
Yeah.
So anything
And,
can happen any night.
So Wednesday we host Pensacola. That's on the is that the 29th? Yeah. And then Saturday, which is what is that? February 2nd. We're down at Gulf Coast. Yeah. So and we are about halfway through. There's a dozen games in the conference race,
Yep.
and then the top two teams go to the state championship, which is over in Niceville this year at Northwest. So yeah, great weekend. Name the field after Coach Jeff Johnson.
Yep.
And then we had a good night in the Milt Johnson
Yeah.
Center, which was fantastic. Coach, let's talk a little bit about the Kobe Bryant thing. I know you were a basketball player in high school and a college player, and even my mom, who's not a basketball fan at all, doesn't know anyone in the game, knew who Kobe Bryant was. What did he mean to you as a kid growing up as a basketball player?
I think he's like you talked about, an icon amongst whether you're a sports fan or not. And everybody knew Kobe internationally, amongst the United States. Obviously LA was the most famous guy in Los Angeles, and that's the land of celebrities. So
Yeah.
I don't think you put into words what he meant, and it sounds kind of cliche to say that, but it's just it almost seems surreal still. And I was talking to our team about it yesterday. Just, nothing's ever promised. And at 41 years old, and last night watching on ESPN, they aired his last game, and it was less than 4 years ago. And you watch this guy at 37 score 60 points, go out on top. Just 5 NBA championships there, and you're watching and you're thinking, how can this be true? 4 years later, he's gonna be dead.
Yeah.
And with his daughter and just everybody else involved, it's just surreal. What he meant to basketball was just, like I told our team, no matter if you're a sports fan or not, like everyone obviously knew Kobe is a professional. His work ethic, just his competitiveness. You talk about the Mamba mentality, just where it's destroy everybody. There's few guys that had that, and that's what makes them considered some of the greatest. Michael Jordan, obviously, Kobe, from my eras. Obviously, those guys had certain things in common, and their competitiveness, their ability to make their teammates better and drive them to be champions.
Right.
And doing it with Shaq, doing it without Shaq, he's obviously unique, and it's speechless. I don't think you have the right words to. We could talk all day about it.
I know.
And it's just, it just makes you sick. It makes you sick. And I don't the craziest part is I've never met Kobe. I've never talked to Kobe, but he makes you feel like you have.
Exactly.
And it's.
And so much more than just a great player. He just seemed like a really great person who treated people the right way and who loved his family, and it just reminds us of how precious life is.
It is, and it's just, I think the one thing about Kobe, whatever he did, he was going to be the greatest. And as a basketball player in his era, you can make an argument he was the greatest post Michael Jordan. After basketball, with his what he was doing for women's basketball with the Mamba Sports Academy, just child story, everything he was pursuing after basketball, just everything he touched turned to gold. And obviously he wore that Laker gold, but it's almost surreal, and you can't put into words how he impacted basketball and what we've lost. And it's crazy. You turn the TV on, you watch all this stuff, and it's crazy to see how many people he touched, from NBA players to NBA coaches to sports reporters to just anyone that covered the game or was involved in the game had a story to tell about him, or their 2 cents of what Kobe meant to them. It's just it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is. But anyway, Coach, we're proud of where we are right now, and we've got a couple of big games coming up this week, and we hope you're successful.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.